Welcome, everyone, to the 5th edition of Nin-Pinions. So, without further ado, let's get right into the news! Okay, I promise I'll never do that again, alright? Anyways, for real now, let's begin. From Eurogamer, we have to do better when we launch the NX. I'm only going to read the quotes here. One of the things that we have to do better when we launch the NX, Fizame told A-List Daily, is we have to do a better job communicating and positioning for the product. We have to do a better job helping people to understand the uniqueness and what that means for the game, for the gameplay and experience. We have to do a better job from a software planning standpoint. Nintendo must have that continuous beat of great new games that are motivating more and more people to pick up the hardware and more people to pick up the software. So, anyways, a lot of people might be jumping for joy hearing that Reggie has actually said this, saying that, oh, Nintendo's not going to repeat the same mistakes with the NX. But remember, Nintendo also said things like this before the Wii U launched. They said, oh, we're gonna market this great. We're gonna do a great job marketing this, and we're not gonna let you down. We're gonna have a huge library of great games, no droughts whatsoever, and we're gonna do everything right. And look what happened to the Wii U. It's really struggling, and people didn't get a Wii U because you marketed it very poorly. There are a bunch of game droughts, and also a lot of people didn't even know what the Wii U was, and there are probably still people out there who don't even know what the Wii U is. And it's really sad, Nintendo. So I really do hope you're actually going to stick by your word and actually do what you say you're going to do with the NX, because if you don't, you're going to have a big problem. And I think you're probably not even going to recover if the NX is pretty much a Wii U 2.0 Nintendo. You need to actually do this right this time, because if the NX is a Wii U 2.0, then Nintendo's screwed, and who knows, maybe they won't even make another console again. And I do not want to see that happen. I just don't. I want Nintendo to succeed. I want them to do amazing. I want the NX to be like this very big console, very successful, that everyone has, and Nintendo gets to be on top again. I want to see that. I can't help but be skeptical, because Nintendo has done the same song and dance a million times before, saying, "Oh, we're gonna do it right this time," and they end up screwing up again. So that's why I'm very skeptical about this. Again, I really hope Nintendo sticks to their word this time and actually succeeds with the NX, because again, if they don't, they're screwed. I mean, I know I've said this a million times, but it bears repeating, because this is what Nintendo needs to do. They need to really hit it out of the park with the NX. They need to have a success, and they need to do everything right. Otherwise, yeah, like I said a million times, they're screwed. Next article. From My Nintendo News, rumor, Nintendo NX controller features Wii-like motion control with force feedback. The Nintendo NX rumors just keep coming, and the latest backs up Eurogamer's recent report that it's a handheld with detachable controllers that can be plugged into a system dock to be played on your television. However, Let's Play Video Games says that the detachable controllers will support motion control and will have a form of advanced vibration force feedback. The source has also told the publication that the force feedback is apparently very similar to the Vive controller, in that it alters intensity, pulsing patterns, and duration of vibration to mimic the sensation of a range of different movement types. It's not just for one vibration for all situations. There's a notable difference between the hard, abrupt feedback of a sword clash or the softer, longer thud of something like hitting a tennis ball. So, it seems like Nintendo is going the motion control route with the NX once again. Alright. So Nintendo's gonna try out more gimmicks, I guess, with the NX, which, you know what? I'll just try to remain optimistic here. Well, let's just say, like, this gimmick, this motion control thing really hits it out of the park for somehow, and it's a huge hit. Everyone wants it, and Nintendo tries something new and unique with it, which would be great. All right, it sounds like it's going to be interesting. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad right off the bat because it's motion controls, but if this gimmick, if people don't like this gimmick, then yeah, Nintendo's in trouble. And you know what? Personally, I just want Nintendo to just stay away from the gimmicks forever. Okay, just give the NX a traditional controller, and everyone's perfectly fine. The Xbox has a normal controller, and everyone likes it. The PS4 has a normal controller, and everyone's content. Why can't you, Nintendo, just finally give your consoles a normal controller again? I remember the GameCube controller. That was like the best controller you've ever made for any of your consoles, and I think that's probably like one of the best controllers ever. Ever. It was perfect. The buttons were in the perfect spots, and everything about the controller was just amazing. Why can't you make a controller like that? Like make a GameCube controller, but slightly more enhanced and I don't know, more features on the controller and stuff. But just take a GameCube controller and just I don't know, add more things to it and make it better. All right, because again, I think that was the best controller you've ever made by far. Because I love that controller. Everything about that controller was just pitch perfect for me. And like I said, why can't you just make a normal controller for your console? Why do you always need these gimmicks? I mean, it seems like you didn't learn your lesson with the Wii U. I mean, look, you tried the tablet thing, and no one wanted it. Like very few people were actually interested in it, and that pretty much led to the Wii U pretty much just falling hard. Like that was like one of the main reasons why the Wii U is doing so poorly because people don't want the gimmicks. People just want a normal controller so they can game. I mean, simple as that. We don't need any fancy schmancy gimmick with your console. I mean, again, just you could make the gimmicky controllers, but have it as an add-on for your consoles, not make it the main controller for your consoles. Because again, that's not what people want to see. If the NX like has a really stupid gimmick, like they do the motion control thing, and no one is interested, they're like, oh god, Nintendo's going the gimmicky route again. I don't want anything to do with this console. Let's see what Xbox and PlayStation has to offer. Then yeah, Nintendo, you made a huge mistake with this motion control thing you're trying out the NX. And are you like trying to like I don't know, like trying to have another Wii? I mean, chances are that's not gonna happen again because the casuals moved on to smartphones, tablets, etc. They don't care about consoles. They only want to play Pokemon Go on their iPhone or what is big right now. I don't know. I don't keep up with mobile games whatsoever. I don't even buy any mobile games really. I only have a few, and I hardly ever play them. But yeah. So again, who knows? Who knows? Maybe this will be a huge success, and maybe everyone would want the NX. And I don't know. Maybe this gimmick will really, really work. Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if people are like, "Oh God, another gimmick from Nintendo. I don't care. I'm just gonna not pay attention to it." Again, don't be surprised if that happens. So much for being optimistic, right? When it's Nintendo, it's kind of hard to be an optimist. But then again, this is just a rumor. Maybe all of this is false. Maybe they're not going the gimmicky route. Who knows? No one really knows anything about the NX, so I don't know. Maybe it's best to not get all worked up over this. But again, if this is true, ugh. Anyways, next article. From iTech Post, Nintendo NX launched to include Mario Pokemon Legend of Zelda game. Nintendo NX is rumored to launch along with fan-favorite games such as Mario, Legend of Zelda, and even Legend of Zelda. Yeah, okay, I'm sure that was a typo there. They meant to add in Pokemon to that last part. So anyways, the Nintendo US head also promises to handle things differently with regards to the upcoming release of the NX platform and its games. The Japanese console maker will reportedly release a substantial number of Nintendo NX games within 6 months after the console's launch. It is confirmed, though, that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be included the NX debut. The Mario and Pokemon game series are certified hits with fans, and believed or hope that Nintendo will include them as well. Critics believe that the Wii U failed as a gaming platform due to the dearth of games available for it, according to Polygon. Nintendo of America President Reggie Fils-Aimé acknowledged the mistakes done by his colleagues and counterparts with regards to the handling of the Wii U, according to GameSpot. During the initial launch of the Wii U, the number of games that accompanied it were some of Nintendo's best. Alright, so, anyways, Again, take this with a grain of salt. I mean, for all we know, there is no Mario or Pokemon game coming with it. We all know Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is gonna be there when the NX launches, but well, it's rumored that there will be a Mario and Pokemon game. So again, take it with a grain of salt. So, anyways, this is a pretty good thing, unless the NX doesn't get that much third party support. Let's say, it's another console Nintendo makes where third party doesn't pay attention to it, and all the must have AAA third party games aren't there. So Nintendo's going to release a bunch of these games within the first few months of the NX releasing, and then after that, big drought because Nintendo pretty much did everything, pretty much made all the games they wanted, and now the third party doesn't want anything to do with it. Well, the major third party companies don't want anything to do with it, and then there'll be a big drought, and then Nintendo's in trouble. So I hate to be negative because if this is true, then yeah, this can be really good, but I'm just saying, if Nintendo screws up again with this console and third-party developers don't want anything to do with it, at least the major ones, they don't put their must-have third-party games on the NX, then Nintendo's in trouble because they made all these games, they released all these games in a short amount of time, and now after they release those games, there will be another job because, again, they made all the games they wanted to make so far with the NX, and then there'll be no other games for a while. So yeah, that's why I'm kind of looking on the negative on this. But again, this can be very positive if the NX gets strong third-party support. Then yeah, that would be really good. But again, you just gotta kind of take into consideration that third party might not even want anything to do with the NX if Nintendo screws up with it again. So, anyways, yeah, just take that into consideration. This can be good, but this can be bad. So, anyways, next article. From my Nintendo News, eToy reveals upcoming Earthbound merchandise. Though largely retired from game development, Earthbound creator Shigesato Itoi still acknowledges his beloved RPG games. Itoi's company 1101 has revealed that their 2017 line will feature many Mother-branded products. The company is largely known for making diaries and planners, both of which will be available with an Earthbound flair. While the products are available in English, the planners cost 5,292 yen, roughly $53, even before international shipping. The new line will launch in Japan in September. So, yeah, we're getting Earthbound merchandise. Woo. I mean, I love Earthbound, okay? I think I've said before, it's my favorite game ever. It's the only game I could play over and over again and never, ever, ever get sick of. And that's very rare for me. Usually I got sick of doing the same thing over and over again. But not that game. I mean, it's fun. Every time I play it, it's fun. So I love that game. And yeah, merchandise is really nice. But you want to know what I want to see? You want to know what I really want to see? Mother 3 Virtual Console release. Like, almost a year ago, Nintendo of Japan announced that Japan is getting Mother 3 for Virtual Console. So why can't we? I mean, I made a video about that a while ago, and I think I even mentioned that the people who made the fan translation were willing to sell it to Nintendo or something, so Nintendo could use that translation for an official Virtual Console release. And you know what? I don't even know why Nintendo didn't jump that offer. I mean, it'll save them a lot of time. They didn't have to translate it themselves. Yeah, sure, maybe they would have to fix some things because, again, it's a fan translation. There might be some mistranslations or something wrong, or maybe typos or something. But again, I don't think that'll take a lot of time. I mean, again, they could just take the fan translation, fix a few things up if needed, and then put it on Virtual Console. And I know people will say emulate the game. I mean, I know emulations are out there, and I can easily emulate the game on my computer. But I have always liked actually playing a game with a controller, as opposed to a keyboard. Just playing the game how it's supposed to be, and that's how I am. I was never really a fan of emulators. I tried them out before. I never really liked them. But yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see Nintendo do, actually bring out Mother 3. Yeah, sure, the merchandise is nice, but again, what I like to see the most is a Mother 3 Virtual Console release, because that is what me and many, 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 many other people really want to see. You've put out the first game, you've put out the second game, now all you need to do is put out Mother 3, and we will stop pestering you about this. We will stop bothering you. And yeah, you'll make many, many fans happy, and I'm sure the game will sell extremely well. You'll make a lot of money, Nintendo. So yeah, please, this is what me and like thousands or if not millions of people really want to see in Nintendo. Please make it a reality soon, please. Anyways, that's it. So that was the 5th edition of Nin-Pinions. I know, it was mostly filled with NX stuff this time, but at least I tried to squeeze in one non-NX story for you. So yeah, you're welcome. But anyways, the reason I talked about the NX mostly in this video is because it's supposed to be announced very, very soon, so of course the NX is a pretty hot topic right now, and it's really the only big, exciting thing to talk about when it comes to Nintendo right now, so yeah. Hopefully the NX is announced very, very soon. I mean, really, Nintendo. We're getting very, very impatient. Just reveal the damn console already! Okay, before I go on a big, long, and angry rant, I may as well end it here. That's all the news I had to report on for today. Bye-bye.